Hey everyone, Carolyn here at GDC 2013. I'm with Thomas Lund, the CEO of Full Control, and we're here today to take a look at Space Hulk. Now, before we get started, so around the GameSpot offices, if you say the word Space Hulk, some people get really excited, remembering like an old board game. Now, is this experience, does it have its roots in that board game? Are people who have fond memories of that gonna want to check this out?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that was one of our reasons to go with this. Is like we wanted to do the board game.
Okay.
I'm really fond of the old. When I was a young guy, young boy, just sitting and playing this game, and when the 3rd edition came out here, wow, that was a fantastic thing, and that's the game I wanted to do, and that's what Space Hulk is. Space Hulk, to the people that are familiar with Warhammer 40k, are Terminators versus the Gene Stealers. These huge chunks of spaceships. That are destroyed spaceships from battles.
Right, so like derelict spaceships.
They get into the warp and get mangled together to these hundreds of miles long and big chunks of metal that just float through space.
Okay.
And they contain artifacts and they contain aliens that have infested them, that use them for transport vehicles to start invasions into the populated space. This is the first mission of the campaign from the board game. It's called Suicide Mission, and it is a suicide mission, depending on how you play it.
Sure.
The dictated squad is that you have a power sword enabled sergeant, you have a flamer guy, and you have 3 grunts with bolters and power fists.
Okay, so if we want to, so like how do you kind of start playing here?
You actually start playing now by deploying them. So we will start up with my favorite lineup, which is the sergeant up front, then the flamer guy, and then the 3 grunts.
I gotcha.
And we will teleport them in. So there we go. And what we're gonna do, and the objective of this mission is that we want to flame the control room for the escape pods, which is up here.
Okay.
So basically, what we have is a room where the Gene Stealers want to escape the Space Hulk before the Terminators come and eradicate them.
Okay, understandable.
So it's a small level. It's a really intro kind of thing, and it's the first mission of the campaign as such.
Okay.
And it's pretty basic. It has a few elements, a few tactics that work, and it's a little bit like a Sokoban puzzle for the first-time player, where you go in and you do something and it doesn't work, and you try to change a little bit, and then you do that and you see, oh, that doesn't work, but it got a little further.
So so at the game, kind of as you try different strategies and things, you'll probably just naturally get better as you learn how to effectively deal with the situations that you find yourself in.
Yeah, so it has that little puzzle element, challenging you, and it's a really tough game because you're gonna die a lot.
Okay.
And it's old school, and the board game has that same feeling. So overall, what we're gonna do is we're gonna deploy now move the Terminator sergeant, and each of these units has 4 action points that we can see down here.
Got it.
And on top of that, you have 1 to 6 command points, which you can then. These are free action points that you can then spend on the unit that you want in that turn.
So
and
you
then
can kind of freely, if you decide to give it to that unit or this unit.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as we can see here, moving a tile takes 1 action point.
Okay.
Opening the door takes 1 action point. So you can go over here and it will cost us 4. So let's try that.
Okay. Now you. Right now, like, we're not seeing enemies on the map, but that's just our tactical awareness. We don't really know what's out there, right?
Exactly. And for the video game, we even removed like where are they coming from.
Right.
So once the enemy starts coming in, the Gene Stealers, you will see like radar blips going on.
All right.
You know that they're moving in that direction, but you don't know how many are actually in there. So I now put my sergeant here, and he's gonna look down this corridor to actually go into Overwatch. Overwatch is like firing in the enemy turn, and it's a free shooting.
Now, does that cost you your command points to do that, or?
It cost me now a command point to actually rotate him, because he moved 4 and then rotated. And it's a development version, so the walking animation was one of those last things that we didn't manage to get in.
All right.
So let's see, we have the flamer now.
Yes.
This is next guy, and we're gonna move him as far as possible down the corridor.
Okay, he's gonna go that way.
We want to move him up. That's at least my favorite strategy. And we can zoom in, look at him, and get that dark, gloomy feeling.
Absolutely, that is a derelict spaceship if ever I have seen one.
And what we're doing is that we're right now in the tactical camera mode, where we control a single unit at a time, and you see it like you do here on the screen.
Yes.
And what we then have in additional is a strategic mode, where you zoom up and you see the entire level as a 2D icon map.
Okay.
So you get this strategic overview of where is the mission area. How are my Terminators deployed? What direction do they face? Are they on Overwatch? Do they have action points left that I need to spend?
Gotcha.
And we have the third camera, which is similar to XCOM Enemy Unknown, which is like the action camera.
Yeah.
So once you start firing and shooting, we zoom down into the corridors and you see the full glory of gore and blood and everything. So that's my little favorite part of it.
Yeah.
And we made a small movie-like system where we can place animated cameras and show it from different angles. But I'll show you that in a few seconds.
Terrific.
So let's start up with moving up our. This is now the next turn.
Yes.
We can already see down this corridor there are radar returns.
Blips. There's something going on down there.
So we better make sure that we open up the door.
Okay.
Gonna do that here. Whoops. And we put the sergeant into Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's now covering our corridor down here.
Excellent.
What you need to know is that once he goes into Overwatch, he can actually jam. His weapon can malfunction.
Oh, okay.
So there's a statistical chance of
right.
Of
It's not guaranteed.
That.
Nothing is guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed in this game.
Yes.
So you can execute the perfect strategy.
Right.
And it can still fail because you're playing against the dice gods.
Right.
But we're going to try to minimize the randomness and actually make it more. It's a little bit more controlled than just rolling dice. A lot of players hate that dice element.
Right, and you want to feel like if you're implementing an effective strategy, that it's going to work for you.
But it still has to be random.
Exactly. There has to be that chance that someone on your crew is not gonna survive or what have you.
Exactly. Otherwise, it would just be read the manual, find it on Google. What do you move that guy down here?
Yeah, just be going through the motions. Now, speaking of things, so. Do your squad members, are they kind of like persistent from mission to mission, or is it like a new group on each mission, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's a new group for each mission.
Okay.
It's dictated by the board game that these are like veteran guys.
Okay.
Already.
So they have their skills.
They're pretty set.
Okay.
And what we want to do is as we move further past this campaign, we're gonna add customization, so you can build your own, name your own, and you get like these bare bones Terminators that as you play you can unlock adornments and other things that we want to come up with as we go along.
Okay.
And add new chapters as well, because these are like the Blood Angels,
right?
And everybody has a favorite chapter, and we want to add these in for real. In a full glory with all the adornments and the chains, and for these Blood Angel guys, they love jewels, so they are like tons of those.
Right, lots of bling.
Bling bling. These other bling bling guys.
Yes.
So in the game now, I select the flamer, and I'm gonna flame this intersection to block off the radar blips in that return. And that's also the first time we're gonna see the action camera down here.
Okay.
And we flame this corridor.
Yes.
This means now that the flames stay persistent for one turn.
Okay.
And nothing can. Yeah, they can try to move in there, but
they probably won't.
They probably won't.
Right.
The enemy AI is pretty smart.
Sure.
It really tries to pull a strategy and
it wants to survive, and effectively take you out as much as you want to effectively take them out.
And that's been one of the goals that we had. Gun jam. That's one of the goals we had when we developing this first mission, is that we want to get that same feeling as you're playing a human player.
Sure.
If the AI can play some of the same strategies that a human player would play against you and get that feeling, also of uncertainty, because there are different different strategies also for the Gene Stealer player. That's what we want to aim for, and we think that we got that right now. So that's really, really, really cool.
Excellent.
So board game players that are fans of the board game, they will immediately know that, okay, they're playing Suicide Mission. I can run my old strategies, old tactics, do this, do that, and they will get the same.
Speaking of human players, will there be like multiplayer?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go the full Monty on this. We already have multiplayer in here, in different forms. We have a hot seat, so two people can share the same device, be it a PC or be it a tablet. Okay. And they can pass and play.
Great.
One of the things about the board game is also that it's really hard to find other people in your local area to play it. Right. Even though you love it, it's like, how do I find them?
Yes. Yeah,
Internet to the rescue.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So we're going to have versus mode, and we're going to have co-op.
Okay.
So you can sit 2 guys, control each one squad, even 3 guys, possibly more than that. We're gonna see where the limit is to when it's not fun anymore. Sit and wait for the other guys to finish.
Right.
But we're gonna design completely new levels to play co-op against the computer.
Excellent.
And I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, let's flame our first Gene Stealer.
Excellent.
Again, I'm gonna block the intersection.
Okay.
And he survives. Yeah. That's like he's too far down. But anyway. Let's see. Oh, he was gun jammed down here. I almost forgot. So we're gonna clear him, and we're gonna take a few pot shot at the first one, and see if he's lucky. As you fire on the same unit, you get sustained fire, so the chance of actually killing the first one here is just a little high. Yeah, we got him.
Okay.
So we got a little room down to these guys. Oh, but I spent too many action points. So now I have a problem. Yeah. You have to manage your action point. And this is actually one of these places where,
Right.
What now?
Right,
now
I've gotten myself into a bit of a sticky situation. Yeah.
I need now to figure out what to do because I need to change my tactics.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna now try to see if I can get lucky and kill this guy, and I wasn't. So
it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
You had to try something.
He's gonna die now.
Yeah.
It's almost certain. Let's see what happens. Dice.
Well, it's called Suicide Mission for a reason.
It's called Suicide Mission for a reason. Yes. There we go.
Oh no!
Oh well.
Yeah.
I still have some guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can now continue this down the play, and I'm gonna have a big problem because the Gene Stealers. This is one of the valid strategies for the Gene Stealers, rushing this upper corridor. And I have to get around the corner so that I can get around and open the door down here.
Right. Oh, so they are making your life, your objective, very difficult here.
They are. I already know which way this is heading. But
it's kind of it's kind of cool to see things not work out though, because that's kind of the nature of the game. Is like
that's the nature of the game.
Sometimes that's going to happen, and as you said earlier, you play, you learn, you kind of learn new strategies, try new things.
Yep.
People both like veteran, fans of the board game, and those who want to experience Space Hulk for the first time. When can people look forward to actually being able to play this game? How's that looking right now?
Yeah, we're looking at fall this year.
Okay.
So we're pretty much halfway through production right at the moment.
Excellent.
And as we polish up this level to a complete vertical slice, we're simply then going to add all these 11 other missions onto it.
Terrific.
And we're then going to filter everything back into the level editor so that we can hopefully ship that as well on launch day.
Fantastic.
Otherwise, we're going to ship it afterwards.
Right. And you mentioned, obviously, it's coming to PCs, tablets.
PC, tablets, Mac.
Okay.
We have a Steam deal already in place. No green light.
Right. Yay, all right. Excellent.
And we can find some people with an XBLA slot, so we could get on console. That would be lovely.
Right.
XCOM did really well.
Absolutely.
Both on PC and on the consoles.
Yes.
And we have the controller support for Steam Big Picture already.
Sure.
With a control screen that actually is really cool to play. So we think it's a perfect fit for it. So we're going to try to get it out on as many platforms as possible.
Excellent.
Being a small company, we need to take it in waves.
Right.
So PC, Mac, iPads first.
Okay.
And then we move from there and add on.
Okay. Terrific. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for taking the time to show us Space Hulk today.
Anytime.